Hello yogis, my name is Tonni Fudge and I will be guiding you through your practice today. Grab your mat, turn on some music, and let's get started. We're gonna get started on our backs. So once you get there, let's bring the palms of the feet together, the knees spread wide. And just start to close down your eyes. Your arms can be resting by your side, or maybe placing one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Just start to settle in here. Closing your eyes, starting to connect with your breath. And start to connect with this present moment. The only moment that matters, right here, right now. And maybe start to take a full body scan from the tip of the head all the way down towards the tips of the toes. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere in the body, maybe the jaw, the shoulders, the hips, and just soften there. Start to completely let go. And just check in with your energy today. And then bring your awareness to your breath. Noticing your inhales and your exhales. Are they deep? Are they shallow? And then take an inhale through your nose and send your breath all the way down towards the belly. Hold here. And then as you exhale, open the mouth side out, let it go. At the bottom of the breath, squeeze the belly button towards the spine, let all the air out. And then inhale through the nose. Send your breath towards the belly, up into the rib cage, hold here. And sip in a little bit more air, and a little bit more. And then exhale, side out, let it go. Squeezing the belly button towards the spine on the end of the exhale, letting out all of the air out of the lungs. And then inhale through your nose, sending the breath down towards the belly, starting to fill out through the rib cage, all the way up into the heart space. Really filling up the entire lungs, reaching up, and squeeze in a little bit more air, and sip in a little bit more and more and more until you feel completely full. And then as you exhale, side out, let it go. Soften your shoulders, your jaw, and just allow yourself to surrender here on your mat. And then when you're ready, just bring the palms of the feet to the earth. Point the knees up towards the sky. The feet can be about hip distance. Can you slightly tuck the tailbone under so you have a nice flat spine on the earth? And then I want you to take both hands towards the belly. And we're gonna start to warm up the core here with a little bit of belly breath, a little fire breath here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna inhale through your nose. And then as you exhale, sharp little exhales and squeeze the belly button towards the spine. And it's gonna sound something like this. So you're really squeezing the belly button in, squeezing the belly towards the spine as much as you can, and then just little quick shots of air. So when you're ready, take a big inhale through your nose, and then exhale, begin. Going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale completely. And take a big inhale. And then exhale, open the mouth side out, let it go. And then from here, we're going to press into the feet. Bring the hands out by the sides. And then start to press down. As you inhale, you start to lift the hips up off the earth. Squeeze through your glutes. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Can you press the heels into the earth a little bit more? Press the upper back into the earth. Can you lift a little higher here? Really turn on your hips. Really turn on your hamstrings by pressing into the mat. And then thinking about energetically sending the heels towards the back edge of the mat. It's going to turn on those hamstrings. And then can you lift the hips a little higher and squeeze the glutes a little bit more? Really firing up the glutes here, firing up the core. And then think about drawing the inner thighs together like you're holding onto a block. And hold here. One more inhale. As you exhale, slowly start to release. Beautiful. Let's bring the feet a little wider than hip distance, about mat distance apart. Drop the knees in towards center. Slight tuck of the tailbone under. Think low ribs and hips tucked together. Beautiful. Just take one more breath here. One more inhale. And one more exhale. As you inhale, start to bring the feet back to about hip distance. We're just going to do that one more time. As you inhale, set up. As you exhale, press into the feet. Start to lift the hips off of the earth. Squeeze your glutes. Fire up through the hamstrings by pressing the feet into the mat and then energetically sending them towards the back edge of the mat. Think about turning on the inner thighs by squeezing into that imaginary block. And lift the hips a little higher. Breathe here. And a little slight tuck of the chin towards the chest. Take one more inhale. Can you press down through the feet? Squeeze your glutes a little bit more. Squeeze the inner thighs a little bit more. Big inhale. As you exhale, slowly roll down. Beautiful. And then from here, tuck the tailbone under slightly and start to stack the knees over top of the hips. We're going to fire up that core by pressing the hands into the thighs. Actually cross the arms here. Press your palms into the thighs and the thighs back into the palms. And really start to press the low back into the earth. Hold here. Starting to feel a little shake through the core. Just feel that turn on. Hold. Big inhale. Really focusing on your breath here. Maybe you lift your chest off of the earth, your shoulders off of the earth, starting to lift the shoulder blades up a little bit more. Press, press, press. Hold. The more you press your hands into the thighs and the thighs back into the hands, the more the core will fire on. Really starting to build strength in our core here so we can have a strong practice firing up those abdominal muscles. Holding for 5, for 4, 3, press a little bit more, 2, 1, good. We're going to send the legs up towards the sky. Start to lift your shoulders off the mat if they're not there already. Take the hands, interlace them just above the chest. Point your fingers, point up. Take the hands over towards the right side. Drop that right leg down and then lift it up. Just starting to warm it up here. Good. Going for 3. Last 2. And 1. And 2, turn it on a little bit more. Drop that left heel towards the mat. Take 5 more. This is going to really turn on the core. You're going to feel it in the obliques. For 3. Last 2. And 1, lift up. Both legs up towards the sky. Hands reach up and then over towards that left side. And then just starting to warm it up slowly here. Left leg drops down towards the mat and then lifts back up. And then again. Good. Last 3. Can you lift your shoulders a little bit higher? 2. Last 1. Bring them up. Take that right leg down this time. And then again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up and hold. Good. And we're going to take our hands by our sides, drop the head down onto the earth, and just start to lift the hips slightly off the mat. Lift up and down just for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles and start to roll yourself up and down the spine. Good. Just starting to warm up the upper back, massaging into the spine here. And then when you're ready, meeting in boat pose, the toes can land on the earth. Think about sending your chest forward, so really puffing up through the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades back towards one another. Long flat spine hold here. Maybe this is enough for you, or maybe you start to hover your toes off the earth and shins are now parallel to the mat. You can hold on to the hamstrings here for support, or even take those hands behind your back. If you have any low back issues, sciatica or anything like that, this can be a really good option for you. But if you want to challenge yourself, you start to bring your hands forward. Palms can face up towards the sky. Really turn on the core. You're going to feel that core feel nice and strong. Big inhale here. Maybe even start to straighten the legs. If that's too much, maybe just straighten one. See how that feels. And then you switch. And just challenging your body so that maybe one day you can hold both legs straight. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, we're going to slowly come down, Ardha Navasana. And then exhale, come back up. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last two. One more. Lift up. Cross your ankles, roll over. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees here. We'll just cycle through some cat-cows. As you inhale, drop the belly, sit bones reach high, gaze lifts. As you exhale, round your spine, tuck the tailbone under, press the earth away, gaze comes towards your belly button. Inhale, start to press into the earth, lift up, drop the belly down, and exhale, round. And just take these with your own breath. Cycle through a few of these on your own. Maybe even start to take some organic shapes and movements here. Maybe rolling out the torso. Maybe dropping the shoulders over the top of the wrists and starting to take some circles over the wrists, warming up your wrists here. And then switching directions if you took that. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, plant the hands. Fingertips are nice and spread wide. And then press all 10 fingers and all 10 knuckles down into the earth. And then start to fire up the arms. Really bring some strength into your arms. Think biceps forward, triceps back. Good. Tuck your toes under and start to hover the knees off of the mat, maybe about an inch. Squeeze the core. Belly button towards spine. Low ribs towards hip bones. Hold here. And gaze comes just directly underneath you. Breathe. Starting to build some heat, some strength here. Slowly warming up through the arms, the shoulders, the upper back, the core, even into the thighs, to the glutes. Take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, shift the hips up and back. Find your first down dog. Big inhale breath here. Big exhale breath. We're gonna come to our seat. So maybe you jump through, you gaze forward, bend through the knees, and then jump through. Send the feet towards the top of the mat and sit down. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, fold. Paschimottanasana, folding over the legs here. Soften your shoulders down the back. Take a big inhale breath, inhale to lengthen, and exhale to deepen. Inhale, slowly start to reach up. Take that right foot and just cross it over the left leg. So it's just on the outside of the left knee. Maybe the left leg stays straight, or if you want, you can tuck that heel towards the right hip. Inhale to create length through your spine here. As you exhale, take that left elbow and hug the right knee, starting to twist over towards the right side. Inhale to create length. As you exhale, can you deepen the twist? And use your core to deepen. Right hand can come behind you. If it's up towards the back, you start to lift that shoulder up. So maybe you walk your fingertips towards the back edge of the mat and soften that right shoulder down. Big inhale to create length. Exhale, create a little depth, little twist here. Big inhale. As you exhale, release. And then just switch sides. right leg down the mat. Cross the left foot over. Big inhale, lengthen through your spine. Maybe you want to tuck that right heel in towards that left glute. Inhale and then create length here. And then as you exhale, hugging your elbow around the knee, left hand comes behind your back. Create a little length here. As you exhale, you twist a little deeper. Maybe walking those fingertips towards the back edge of the mat. Breathe. Every time you inhale, you lengthen the spine, and every time you exhale, you deepen your twist. Take one more breath. And exhale, release it out. And start to draw the knees in towards your chest and roll down onto the spine. Maybe a little rock from side to side here. And give the knees a nice hug. Drive the knees maybe towards the outer edges of the body, the shoulders, the armpits. Holding here, and this could be enough for you. Or maybe you reach up and grab for the outer inner arches of the feet. Think about sending the sit bones down towards the mat. Nice flat spine from the tip of the tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. Soften your shoulders down the back. Can you press the hands into the feet and the feet back into the hands? Getting a little resistance, a little strength through your hips. Close your eyes. Breathing here. Take one more inhale. And exhale, start to draw the knees back in towards your chest. Release that out. Give yourself the biggest hug. Wrapping the arms around the legs. Squeeze everything so tight. Giving yourself the biggest hug. Like it's the last time maybe you'll see yourself. Give yourself so much love, so much appreciation, and so much gratitude for just being here and showing up for yourself no matter what the practice looked like for you. It was everything that it needed to be, nothing more, nothing less. So squeeze everything super tight, draw your chin towards your chest, squeeze, 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 take an inhale. Squeeze a little tighter, inhale breath. And then as you exhale, let everything go on your mat, finding your final resting pose. Heels come towards the top corner edges of the mat, arms can reach wide, palms face up towards the sky. Let it all go. Let it melt into the earth, softening through the space between the brow, the cheekbones, soften through the jaw, the shoulders, relaxing your chest, your arms, your torso, the hips. Soften through the legs, the quads, the hamstrings, the shins, the knees, the calves, the ankles. Let them all go, just really becoming so soft, so light, and melting into the earth. And allow yourself to take time here on your mat. Take time here to let your body absorb all the benefits of today's practice. I challenge you to stay here for a few minutes on your mat. Try not to rush up. But when you're ready, take your time. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for showing up on your mat today and allowing me to guide you through your practice. From my heart to yours, namaste.